welcome. You're watching Two Sides to the Coin. I'm AFRIDA Rahman Ali. Today the topic is the Supreme Court ruling on the marital rape of minor wives. And we are faced with two sides. First, should sex with a woman below the age of 18 be criminalized in this country? Second, should there be an exception for those girls who are married and are below the age of 18? The Supreme Court announced a new ruling on marital rape of minor wives. I was flustered. I was wondering, why would the Supreme Court set a new rule that applies only for minor wives? Isn't that an illegality in itself? Isn't child marriage prohibited in this country? Because remember, the issue of marital rape is already being heard in the Delhi High Court. So why has the Supreme Court decided to announce a new rule on marital rape specifically for minor wives? Section 375 of the Indian Penal Code that defines rape sets the age of consent for sex at 18. If the act of sex is committed on a woman below the age of 18, that amounts to rape. But there was an exception that was incorporated to this rule, and the exception was for those girls within the age bracket of 15 to 18 who are married and the offender happens to be a husband. In such cases, the husband cannot be charged of rape. Now, this particular exception was challenged by an NGO, and the petitioner has three major arguments. First, the petitioner argues this is discriminatory and this is in dissonance with the rape law, which sets the age of consent, like I said, at 18, and also with the POCSO Act, the Prevention of Sexual Offence on Children Act. And second argument that the petitioner presents is that how can you exclude those girls who come within the bracket of 15 and 18 from actually reporting a case of rape against their husbands? And the third argument that was presented is that it is in huge contradiction with the Child Marriage Prohibition Act. The side of the argument, of course, was presented by the Union of Indian Government. 46% of the married population in this country come within the age bracket of 10 to 19 years of age. Now, what does that mean? That means that half of your married population are within the bracket of child marriages. So what are you going to do? Are you going to dissolve all those marriages? Are you going to lock up all those husbands who have minor wives? So the argument from the Government of India's side was that you cannot set aside this reality and you cannot have a law like this which does not take into consideration the larger social menace. But what do you think? Should a girl who's married below the age of 18 be prohibited from having sex with her husband? Should a husband who has a minor wife be prosecuted for rape? And the larger question, like I said, should sex with a woman below the age of 18 be criminalized in this country? Do write in to me and tell me what you think. Thanks for watching Two Sides to the Coin.